Let's stop talking about nuclear warheads.
I was gonna ask, what city would you have to nuke to get the biggest
Don't.
Did I not just say let's stop talking about
The
nuclear
entire
warheads?
country of India.
Yeah, but India is a big
Okay, guys.
country.
Anyways, let's stop.
You just
now.
need a
Let's
big
stop.
nuke.
Hold on. What is the most?
All right.
densely
Hey, boys and girls,
populated-
let's rein it in here.
Manila.
I know
We have
you guys want to
Manila.
keep talking about
Let's just pause in this
Poppy.
conversation.
I will
Yeah.
fucking banhammer you with your voice. Don't make me do it. Thank you. All right, roll call. Way of the Drunken Fist.
Hey.
Hungry Dragonborn.
Aye.
Bard with bagpipes.
Yeah.
I was about to say Way of the Drunken Bullet, but you were no longer that. Glow Stick Minion.
I'm here.
And then last but certainly not least, definitely not a furry.
God damn it, Grape.
I want to know the backstory behind that.
Because of my
Another
other
day.
character, I play a different character and they think it's fucking fairy, but it's not.
Well, I mean,
Baron,
Alright,
don't
I need
make me
to
regret
replay this
reviving
alert
you.
because, that happened right the second after the stream ended. Thanks, game.
What?
Okay.
Your
Oh.
I
sub
need to
literally
stop
arrived
Chinese
like the
corporation.
millisecond I
Right
pressed
there.
the stop streaming button. Okay. That's
So are
done.
we good to go, everybody? Yes, no, maybe?
I hope
Yes.
so.
Alright. So, as our intrepid adventuring party last left off, after delving themselves into what seemed to be a small temple which they had seen a small group of two individuals leave out of, a creviced hill that seemed to be surrounded by an unusual source of water, a lake that seemed to have formed of nothing. After some inclination and discovery as to what this might be, finding out it's possibly a small rift torn between the natural material plane and that of the plane of water. After dicking about with it and finding themselves entertained and discovering more and more of what creatures lie beneath and what possibly might after this void has been opened, seeing these two entities exit and remembering the nature of their job and employment, heading into this small crevice containing a temple made of pure white stone, almost seemed to be a mixture of marble and quartz made from the sea, almost. Where to get that kind of stone here, one might never know. But as we go ahead and pick ourselves up, we go ahead and enter just as our party has found themselves at the base end of a long crypt hallway. After going through what seemed to be a multitude of small chests covered in what seemed to be a cursed and trapped set of metal, golden, and silver chains over these boxes or chests that they had found. After opening and getting the contents of these boxes, receiving what seemed to be three of these small urn-like receptacles, themselves covered in a fine coral, almost being made of it as well. After destroying and opening three of them, no real mind taken to it, until the other party, after having split off, finding themselves tracked and trailed by some sort of shadow-esque creature reaching out from their own darkened interiors. After reaching the end of this crypt, finding a long open mouth of what seemed to be a layered pyramid of sorts, laid against the wall of deeper and deeper, almost 5 slats inward, each of them rowed with long, sharp, almost dagger-like teeth, what had seemed to be not covered in blood, but some sort of oily liquid. As we go ahead and pick up, the party was discovering small etchings and reliefs around the edging of this room. And we pick up with our party needing to roll initiative. as three shadow-like creatures rose from the ground trying to pull or even attach themselves to our party.
I already found the most dangerous one. It's not the shadow creature, it's the shadow creature.
So
The
Edgy
shadow
as all.
creature.
yeah, I will need you guys to please go ahead and roll me some initiative.
You will be disappointed to know that I forgot to take out my dice.
Motherfucker!
Dare you?
God damn it.
I know, I'm a
We're
horrible
at
D&D
We're
player.
off to a great start, aren't we?
Well,
As always.
I should shut my whole mouth. I just rolled a
You-
7.
you- Alright.
you fools, I can't forget to take them out because I never put them away in the first place.
Alright. So, going to go ahead and doing what we do best. We have 25 to 20.
Wait, I'm rolling.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Gabe!
God damn
Oh,
it.
Excuses.
18 plus 4, it's 22.
22, you say?
22.
Alright, fine. Jesus.
Slow
Slow
out of character, fast in character.
I'm Sanic in character. I'm
In
slow as a
character.
potato out of
In
character.
character,
Okay,
just like
so-
I have speed.
22 on Ryoka. 20 to 15.
19.
19. Very nice.
I got 19 as well.
Alright, so you guys will be going simultaneously. Oh, I forgot this was the one. God damn it. It's like, alright. 15 to 10. Really? Nobody 50 to 10? Jesus. 10 to 5.
9.
Oh, good God.
I don't think I've rolled above a 10 in any initiative roll so far.
Behemoth, what did you
Yeah,
roll?
I have a 7 for Nerem.
Alright, and
But-
then Iris is...
Rowan is technically quite fast, but he's just slow mentally. He's like, wait, we're being attacked.
He's a
I
little
wonder what
slow
gave
on
that
the
away.
Not about speed. I should make my fucking
Alright.
initiative
Just
roll.
makes the
So
Makes
Iris herself got a 14, followed by Clyde with a 13. And then holding up the rear with a 9, we have Rowan. And then we have our illustrious Nero with a 7.
Illustrious.
Alright. Alright. So, top of the round we have Ryoka. Ryoka, what would you like to do? Is suddenly peering out from under the floorboards of this stone-like cathedral. You look about and you see as these blackened, almost humane-like creatures start shaping up from underneath the ground. One of them grabbing onto the clutches and lower reaches of Rowan's legs. You look over and see Rowan with the same thing. And again, there is dim light in here. The only light source coming from Volus, as Volus's light is currently going over the reliefs along the wall.
Ryoka and I would technically still be invisible.
Yes, you guys still would be invisible. However, comma, it found you. And that's why I had you roll a stealth check.
Fear. Wait, we didn't roll stealth check though.
No, earlier. Last session.
Fear.
I think
Alright.
I have my extra
Eek.
attack as a monk over.
I rolled a 20 something on that though, so now
Yes,
I'm terrified.
You did. You did roll like a
Oh,
20.
God.
Actually, no, I have it recorded here. You rolled a 23.
Yeah. Oh god.
So,
Thank you.
Ryoka, what would you like to do?
I would like to fucking hit it with my quarterstaff.
Alright. Go over and make your attack as you go over as this shadow is forming around the clutches of Rowan.
Does a 24 hit?
24 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll some damage.
It will take. Let's see here. 5 points of damage, and I'm gonna hit it again with my extra attack.
Go for it.
It will does a 7, not 7, 13, 14. Does a 20, dirty 20 hit.
Yes.
It will take another 10 points of damage.
And that's from your fist, which is
Nah, that's just
oh,
from
okay,
my
so
quarter
just
staff.
from
I
that, all right.
used extra.
So, as you bring over and you actually bring the staff over, it cracks at where the head's supposed to be, and it meets some resistance, but it doesn't seem corporeal just yet, so it doesn't do as much damage as you would wish. And as you bring it back and as you flip the staff around and crack it around the back end swing, you see as it definitely does seem to be moving around with the momentum of it, but it seems pretty much clutched onto the edge of Roan. So, is there anything you would like to do at the edge of this? Or bonus action or movement? Well, actually, no, you'd kind of have to move up to get there.
Yeah.
So No? You're good?
No, I can spend a key point to use Fury of Blows and deal a little extra damage.
Go for it.
It's going to does a 22 hit,
22 definitely hits. Go ahead, roll some damage.
and it's gonna that's gonna be 9 points of damage with the fist.
Alright, so you whack as you crack along the outside with your staff and then bring your fist down upon it. You see as your fist swirls into this darkness that's forming around Rowan, and it definitely seems to reel away from you. This thing's definitely taking a lot of damage.
I hurt Shadow.
Right, is that it for the rest of your turn?
Yes, that is it for the rest.
Alright, next up we have Zorm and Volus. Zorm, you currently have one of these creatures who reaching up and grasping onto you, so I need you to make a contested athletics or acrobatics check as it's trying to grapple onto you.
I will be rolling a acrobatics. So that is 23.
Yeah. So you break out of its grip as you just kind of cast off its arms as it's reaching up and surging from the floor. You back away from it as it currently swirls up, and you see its full figure. It seems to be almost like a Death Eater from Harry Potter. You see a long, billowing black cloak of nothingness and a void where the face should be. And you see as it swirls up towards you, it definitely means business.
Do I know anything about this creature or not?
Would you like to use your action to go ahead and figure out what it is?
You know what? I'm gonna wait till I'm safe before trying to figure out what the heck this thing
Getting
is.
it packed into like
Great decision.
Hold on. I need to quickly check a spell here. And I'm trying to spell it here. No, not that. There we go. Just trying to see how large of a thing it is.
It's human-sized.
No. The spell.
Ah, okay, got it.
Man's about to fireball.
So can I go like 1, 2, 3, 4, and kind of get behind it?
So you want to go 1, 2, 3, and 4 and go around it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you can do that. I mean,
or would I have to be in this space here in order to use in order to use Tasha's caustic brew to line up these two here?
that's a bit finicky, but I'll go ahead and say you can do it from there. I will allow it for now,
Okay.
since we're not on a hexagonal grid.
All right. So that is that they have to take a dexterity saving throw.
All right. So, with the dex save of this creature, go ahead. That is a 13.
That does not save, so
Alright.
that is 2d4 acid damage. And the creature is covered in acid.
All right.
Yeah. I see.
Give me the damage. Come in.
Sorry, I'm struggling. I'm struggling to get my D4s out here because they're being finicky in my bag, and I was trying to pull them out before I tried casting. There we go. So that is 7 points
7.
of acid damage.
All right. So as you reach in and continue this kind of runic gesture with your hands, as you pull it back in and release it, you almost vocally make this hacking sound, and you watch as a bit of spittle comes out, and you see as it immediately seems to morph into a giant blob of greenish hue that seems to sizzle and burn in the air. And as it seems to impact through the shadow, not on it, but seems to go through it. As it does so, you definitely see it seems to react with this creature. Does not have the same effect as you would wish.
Okay.
All right. After that is, if that ends your turn, is that what you want to do?
That's all I can do.
All right. So then we have Volus. Volus, what would you like to do? Is currently you just suddenly hear, "Oh shit!" and you turn around behind you and kind of waving this dim light around. You see 3 shadow-like creatures, almost humanoid in shape, are currently crawling over your friends or compatriots.
See, how many of I'm trying to remember how many of them are actually like stuck to him. But you know, if this is the case, if I can line this right, actually, I could probably do this. I'm going to do Scorching Ray to see if I can hit each one of these creatures.
Okay. Go for it.
Let's see if I roll high enough to not hit my own teammates.
Go for it.
Okay, the first one is... Where the heck is it? Scorching Ray. Here you go. A 22. The second one. Also a
Hits.
22. The
Hits.
last one is a 19.
All right. So like Hubi, I need you to get rid of your weighted dice. Thank you very much. But you know what? We'll
Using
go.
a pot. There's a difference.
Then use the
I'm
weighted
just giving
pot
you shit.
then.
All right. So how much damage did you take? Because all 3 of those hit. These things don't really have much HP. Or AC. Sorry, I spoke wrong.
The first one takes 11. The second one takes 9. The third one takes 10. And this is towards all 3 of them.
Okay.
So
So the first one takes how much?
11,
All right. Second.
9, and the
Alright.
last one 10.
Okay. So as the first ray sinks out, you watch as it whack impact, and you immediately see the shadow just. You hear a gasp of escaping air as the shadow seems to lose its corporeal hold and is felled from this realm. The second one is you release the second ray. You watch as it impacts into the shadow that is currently trying to reach up and grab onto Zoram as Zoram maneuvers around it. You impact into it and you watch as it blows a portion of the arm off, and it's like... You see the arm is trying to reform, but it definitely doesn't seem to have much more time in this world. The third one, as it impacts, it looks back behind you, and it looks at you even though it's currently grabbing up on Niram. It does definitely not look happy about you.
Okay, and I am going to also... Let's see, what spells do I have? To turn into... I'm just quickly taking a quick glance. I'm going to use my Metamagic Quicken spell to make a Firebolt. And I'm going to attack one of the creatures.
Which one? You have 2 and 3.
I'll go with 3.
Okay.
I got 17.
17 hits. Go ahead and roll some damage.
It would be 2d10 and 14.
14. As you release this out and you see as it impacts into it, it's still there. It's holding on. Does not look like it's not doing too hot, but it's still there. Again, all of your attacks don't seem to be doing the damage you hope they would. As you see it impact into it, it seems the form takes it, and then the fire and the light inside seems to die out inside the shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, after that is the shadow's turn. Niram. It's going to get 2 attacks on you at advantage, because it's currently attempting to grapple onto you, but at the moment... Actually, I need to see. No, it does not get the grapple effect, so it is not an advantage, you lucky bastard.
Oh, heck yeah.
Alright, that is a 14 to hit,
That one
and
is.
a... Yeah, both of those miss.
Yep.
Roll a 14 on the first one, and a 4 on the second. So,
Yep,
yeah,
both of
that's
those
not going
are
to hit.
miss. Albeit the
the
first
other
one
one-
only missed barely.
Next, over to Zoram. Zoram, you are not grappled, so these are not at advantage. So that is a... Oh, that's a 19,
I'm pretty sure that hits. Hold on, let me.
and a natural 1.
Yeah, the 19 definitely hits because I have an armor class of 16.
Alright. As it reaches out, you feel its hand not touch you, but go through you. And you suddenly feel this searing cold sensation pierce through your chest. You take... 9 points of necrotic damage. And your strength is minus... Oh, good God. You take a -4 to your strength.
So that makes it 8. Should I just like change the modifier, like everything to
Yes.
to 8? Okay.
The modifier follows what the stat is. So suddenly you just feel a portion of your soul and strength just sucked out of you. As you just stand there kind of gasping for air at this cold sensation that grips almost at your lungs and chest.
And that's 9 points.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. I just had to quickly put that in.
Sorry, 8. 8 points.
8.
8 points, not 9. 8.
Alright.
Alright. So, after that is then going to be Iris and Clyde. Clyde is going to look over at Niram, and Niram, you feel inspired.
Inspired.
Inspired!
Hello?
Oh, hi.
I'm
Oh!
Hey.
You're actually here! Clyde
Yeah.
lives!
Life lives.
Hello.
You didn't announce yourself, you bastard!
You didn't
How
know
long
that?
have you been sitting there for?
Oh my god.
I love that they were just quietly letting letting him do this. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna play Clyde for you.
She
I
didn't
don't-
speak up, damn it!
I don't know how long I was here for. Probably about like a couple minutes.
God damn it, Hope!
Just doesn't even speak up and lets the DM play her character.
Gotta respect the hustle, though. Being that sneaky. You could pass as a rogue.
Alright, Clyde, what do you want to
that's
do?
Funny.
I'm trying to wait for my sheet to load because I have not been able to access my sheet for the past I don't even know how long.
I gotta be right back 1 minute.
Damn it, woman.
Look, man, I'm sorry.
I give you shit out of love, but still.
Eh. Wait, so what exactly is going on? Like,
Combat.
rundown?
We're being
Okay.
assaulted
You
by
guys
shadow
found.
creatures.
You guys here. Rundown. Very quick recap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no, too much time for that. Anyway, here's a summarization. You guys found a crypt, went into the crypt, got attacked by monsters that you guys somewhat awoken. There we go.
Okay, who's getting attacked?
All of us.
Everybody.
Alright, we're gonna...
Dense fool.
We're gonna...
Only I could call her a fool, because you know. But still,
We're just gonna take out the trumpet and use our bardic inspiration, and we're gonna start playing smooth jazz.
So
Why?
you whip
Why
out your
smooth
French
jazz?
horn, and
Huh?
as you whip out this French horn and start playing it, all of you in this sense of heated combat, your adrenaline flowing through your veins, you suddenly hear a slow bass of jazz, and you're like, what? As you all just kind of turn around and look and see Clyde just ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's so fantastically weird. Who would you like to inspire?
How about the person who's like losing part of their soul?
Okay, Zoram, you suddenly feel inspired by this oddity of music you have never heard.
So what is that inspiration? Is that D8?
You guys are
5th level.
6th level, I believe. Oh, 5th level. Right. You
Uh,
guys haven't reached it yet. So that would be D6.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't updated my sheet since 3rd level because
Oh, for God's
I
sake! Oh.
haven't been able to access my sheet. Excuse you, sir.
You are excused, woman.
I just hear the tea kettle going off.
I'm about to eat my microphone at this conversation.
Please don't.
If you do, I'm gonna banhammer you. Anyway, so Hope, Iris, as that goes on with Clyde's character, Hope. I have enough trouble as it is with Hope being so uncultured she hasn't seen Star Wars. But you? Ah! Momentary lapse of DM ability here, people. I apologize sincerely.
I just realized I needed to turn down my
spat out my
headphones.
drink.
Ow.
I'm sorry.
When Nick just like screamed, I nearly spat out my drink.
When the GM gives into the chaos the party generates, he becomes the chaos himself.
Alright, this is Iris. Iris is gonna go ahead and use one of her bolts from her crossbow. She's gonna peel it over and release it into one of these shadows, trying to grip onto Niram, actually.
Clickety clackety, he's about to get tackety.
Yes, indeed. So,
Wow, that song is just keeps popping up, doesn't it?
it does.
It
I don't
does.
know why it doesn't want to fucking leave. I'll need to deal with that in a moment. But, apologies again. DM error today.
Don't worry about it.
Yep. Alright. So you watch as Iris pulls out her crossbow and as it releases, you hear it pass through the shadow, and it definitely feels the impact as you hear it. The bolt scatters and clears off the side of this kind of stone floor as it breaks apart as it passes through the shadow and then breaks. She deals, being a rogue, that is 3d. That's 1d6 for the light crossbow, which is 4 points of damage plus 2 from her dexterity plus 3d6. Yeah, never mind. That's a gone shadow. So as Iris releases her crossbow bolt, Niram, the shadow that is currently crawling up on top of you, you watch as the bolt passes through where the head would be, and you watch as the head is pretty much taken off by this bolt, and then the rest of the body, with a long drawn-out sigh, seems to sink back into the darkness. Alright. As that ends Iris' turn, as she's currently looking around trying to figure out what's going on. Clyde, that is your turn, then Rowan. Rowan, what would you like to do as you suddenly see all of these shadows seeming to appear, one of them gripping around you until it is felled as Ryoka runs up and beats the shit out of it and then suddenly gets impacted by a bolt of flame.
Rowan would just look towards the last standing shadows and charge at it while wildly swinging his short sword. Like, I hit everything!
Don't
I hit it
hit me!
eventually!
You're like the guy in Sinbad who gets spat out by the monster, missing his boots, his helmet covered in goo. You pick your sword up and charge back
Wait,
at
hold
him.
on. I'm looking for that gif now. Give me a moment.
Oh my
And
god.
as you charge at it with your short sword drawn, go ahead and make me an attack.
a question. Is the attack at advantage due to being invisible?
This is not an advantage. However, you do get a +1 for flank.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, I think they actually just named him the Sailor.
Ah, that's a 20. I don't need. I don't
That
need the
hits.
advantage.
That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll some damage.
I have been waiting for this the entire time. I would like to expend the use of Bardic Inspiration to also use Psychic Blades.
Okay, that works too.
Alright. Give me a second.
No, you should only even get half a second. Tell me now.
Okay. 8 slashing damage plus. Give me a second, I have to do a lot of rolls for this.
Alright, so 8 slashing damage and how much psychic?
Fuck, I lost count. Hold on, I'm just gonna use the bot for this. It's a lot of dice. Where's the rolling bot commands? How do you do this? I forget every time.
Really?
Help. Yes, I actually forget every time. How'd I roll?
Look and no mic.
No mic.
How is it that adding together numbers is the most difficult thing
There we go.
like imaginable?
So that's 25 psychic damage.
25. Alright, so as you pull out your short sword, you go screaming your war cry at it, and you come forward as you're yelling at this creature. You seem to imbue your blade with some sort of powerful essence of your bardic and magic ability, and you run over and you stab it into it.
The
And your
power of
sword
this.
seems to almost as if it impacts into an actual human being. You feel as if your sword hits flesh, and you see a small kind of burst of like almost pure energy just burst inside of this shadow. And what kind of flavor do you want to add to this? Because this thing's definitely dead. What kind of flavor do you want to add?
I don't know. How does a shadow die?
How do you want to kill it?
Big puff of smoke.
All right.
He does
So-
a Gimli. He does a Gimli.
So as you run up to the shadow, you scream up to it, and you stab your sword. You suddenly see as it seems to start turning into a fine steam. As your sword enters it and detonating within it, you see the energy as it turns into a cloud of ashen smoke. You kind of breathe in the fumes for a moment. Zoram, you are smothered in this cloud of smoke as well, as it just seems to disappear. The last shadow fell.
No one but me gets to be an edgy, sneaky bastard. You hear me? Sneak
So,
around's my thing.
as this, the last thing being heard is this yelling of this bard. You can't be a sneaky bastard! Only I can be a sneaky bastard! You hear the incessant cries of this bard as the last things of combat seems to drawn out base of this creek. So, what would you guys like to do?
Based off of what he has seen, could Zorm deduce what, or could Zorm figure out what those things were and how they act?
Go ahead and make me, we'll say, make me a straight intelligence check.
Intelligent.
Something this party sometimes lacks. Yes, I know.
That's a dirty 20.
You're a dirty 20.
Damn.
Game.
Is confused.
But is as you're looking at these kind of blackened pits that seem to form out of the corpses of these shadows that almost seem to start melding back into the darkness. You haven't really heard of these things before. The only thing you can really ascertain or even guess at is that these might be some sort of soul or something that have been imbued with some sort of magic or whatnot to come back to life upon being disturbed or so. Whatever it is that disturbed them.
So, it's kind of safe to assume that these things are undead.
Not exactly undead, something in between.
So they're not exactly dead, but they aren't exactly alive.
Yeah.
They're like almost like a construct.
Okay. Here's what I can tell you. Technically, they are undead, yes, but they are not technically undead. They are alive, but undead at the same time, so the undead effect still has hold over them.
Right.
Does that clear things up?
Yeah.
That makes so much sense.
It made sense to him, so I guess it wouldn't make sense to you.
Wow. Okay. Ouch.
Wait, I didn't know that you had to throw Shade out of game as well. Dang.
Oh.
Ooh. Ooh.
I see how it is.
Oh yeah.
That came out all harsher than I expected it to, but
Oh, that caught me off guard.
Oh god.
Thanks.
So Zorm, he's just gonna have a sit down for a moment. He's feeling a little tired, a little weak at the moment. You know.
You can walk it off.
So don't let those things touch you. I think they do a little bit more than hurt.
I wasn't gonna let them touch me anyways. Spooky ass motherfuckers.
You look a bit more. I don't know. You look less stout than you're used to.
I'm fine.
You sure you
Are
don't
you
need
sure
someone to
that you're
carry
fine?
you?
looking at Zoram, he does look a bit gaunt. You look at him and he's definitely... He's not looking too hot. It looks like something just kind of pulled the life force out of him.
Look a bit withered.
I have this great idea that we continue this conversation, this exact conversation, but outside.
I think it's probably a good idea to get out of here, because from what I can see with these creatures, they seem to have been animated from some sort of disturbance.
Wonder what that could be. Probably not those
I don't know what you're
like
talking
boxes
about.
we opened, right?
Most likely.
Well,
Ryoka looks to Rowan, just like
Rowan just looks back and just slowly shakes his head at her. It's like,
oh, by the
don't
way,
say a thing.
Ryoka, where have you been? Like you were missing.
She's still invisible. They're both still technically invisible. Actually, no.
Oh.
Ryoka would be visible because she attacked and Rowan, so
Yeah.
they're actually visible. My apologies.
That's only greater invisibility.
Just to wait.
she looks to Zoro and just like, good question.
Wait, where are you
Zoro,
looking at him?
you mean
Sorry, Nero.
Just like Ryoka just looked at Zoro and
talking
said,
to-
a good question. I'm gonna get back to you on that. Never. Like, why are you looking at him? I'm talking to you. Come on.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I've had it with this place. Weird shadows, dumb boxes, freaking that one thing that happened. My ears are still ringing. I want to get out of here.
I can do it again.
Yeah, and that'll be the last time, you spoony fucking bard.
Yeah.
Pony, that's new.
Spoony.
It's just not safe here because nothing.
While everyone is talking, could I just start making my way out?
Because that whatever that item is in the end of that tunnel, it's not coming out. I have no confidence that that thing would ever come out.
Have we? Oh no.
Out of character question, have we tried putting an unopened one of those cylinders in there?
Yes, we did because
Yes, we did.
Okay.
it got torn to shreds.
Does someone have a stick other than myself?
I have this
It's
javelin.
not coming. It's not
Can
coming
I see
out.
it?
I
Just
would like to remind you, Ryoka, that you still have my pipe. Like my, not the pipe, the... Hold on, let me see exactly what it was. The steel pipe that I picked up a while ago that you took from me.
Oh yeah. How long is that?
Roughly about 3 or 4 feet long.
How deep is the hole?
You have no idea.
Can I go up to the hole? And there was a way where we can kind of see the strands, right?
No. You don't see them. The only way you would see them was when something was being destroyed by them.
Okay. Ryoka's gonna very gently use the metal pipe and like move it through. And as soon as it like starts getting cut, she's gonna like withdraw and like change its direction.
Okay. So you're going
Meanwhile-
to push it in and then change direction?
Well, she's gonna push it in, and like as soon as she sees it being cut by like one of the strands, she's gonna like move it like out of the way to dodge the strand. Right? 'Cause she'd
Make
be
me
able
a
to
sleight of hand check at disadvantage because these are very fine-tuned strings and you cannot see them and they are supposed to go off at the lightest touch. So, go for it.
Alright, first roll is a 17.
Well, if that doesn't work out, I have this thing here, and he just pulls out a javelin.
Second roll.
Things like about 7 to 8 feet long, right?
21 sleight of hand at disadvantage.
What'd you get?
A 21.
As you start weaving this thing through what bits you can think you see, you manage to actually get past the first layer, about 6 inches in. As you start getting just about to the second one, you clip something, and you feel a gentle, as if kind of parting a spider's web. You feel a bit of resistance, and then you see the majority of the teeth just spring out, and you watch them impact into the steel. And you hear it as they tear through this pipe, and it is bent and pretty much chewing through.
I need to find a way to break this mechanism.
Well, I mean, there's probably no way to do it unless like someone had a bomb, but that
She looks to
actually
Zoram.
I don't have a bomb if that's what you're asking.
I mean, could you make one?
Not really out of nowhere. I need materials for that.
Rowan, remember your idea with the bodies?
Yes.
Get me an arm.
Yes, we stick an arm in there and see what happens.
Get me an arm.
Oh my gosh. We should, though.
Remember,
Start
ladies and
moving.
gentlemen, it's not tomb raiding, it is archaeology.
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh,
They don't
And
use
it's not,
those arms
and it's
anymore.
not mutilation. We're doing experiments.
We're not mutilating them. We're taking the entire thing
We're-
with us. We have 4
We're
limbs.
just trying to
perfectly good limbs
understand the
use.
mechanism.
Someone get me an arm.
Alright.
I'll get you the entire body. Rowan just runs off to cook.
Alright, Rowan, you run away. About 5 minutes later, you come back with an arm covered in
I want the
coral.
entire body.
The entire body? Alright.
Yes.
You come back 10 minutes later, dragging this corpse behind you. This hefty, coral-covered corpse of a zombie. And as you drag it down, you hear the clattering of stone on the stone steps, as if it's somewhat, it's definitely an unpleasant sound. As you eventually grind it to a halt in front of Ryoka, you drop it down and you hear a ka-tink as the hefty amount of stone and coral collide.
Ryoka is gonna look at Niram and be like, chop me off a limb.
No. Leave the Nemon.
Leave them on.
Yes. I mean, we can just lift it up, stick it in, because so far, if we've tried something detached, it's just destroyed it. But what if it's attached to the body?
What are you
Fair
even
enough.
planning?
We don't know.
She goes
That's
to
a
like
great
lift
start.
up the body and grab it like by the shoulder to lift up its arm. And then
Rowan
cut
would
the
like to
arm.
help her just pick it up.
Alright. So, with the assistance of Rowan, you both lift it up and start putting the arm into it. As the hand starts touching into the strings, you start noticing the blades shoot out, and you watch as the first finger that touches it disappears as it's sheared off, and you see kind of a reddish black ichor just start pouring out of the wound. As you start pushing it deeper, you start seeing as the blades continue as they continue rocketing out. And you hear them impacting into the coral and breaking through it. These are definitely strong blades. Whatever mechanism is driving them is much stronger.
I mean, we could also try to break them. Other arm, go!
Retract the body, puts in other arm.
As you put the other arm in,
Wear
the
out the
exact
mechanism.
same thing happens.
Leg!
Legs!
What the...
We can jam. We're gonna try and jam the mechanism with the fucking.
It will overfill at some point.
Narum just turns.
To end up somewhere, right?
Narum just turns
Once
to
A
Zoran.
fine alabaster and marble created orifice that just seems to have been implanted into the wall is now smeared with this blackish red ichor. It looks like a fucking Jack the Ripper scene.
Christ. Narum just turns to Zoram and goes, in Draconic, you know, I think empirical evidence has shown us that this does not work.
Ryoka tries to
Rowan
shove
would
the
just
leg
turn-
in.
Rowan would
The
just
same
turn
thing
around.
happens to the leg.
Rowan would just turn around as they're shoving the second leg in. Go like, how many more bodies are there?
That you know of?
I know. I know there was a bunch of bodies in this one room where they'd been like lined up and slaughtered.
Mm-hmm.
There was 3 where I flashbanged myself.
Yep.
And there was 1 that Ryoka killed at the beginning.
Yep.
Alright.
Once we have just a torso, Ryoka's gonna try and shove the whole fucking thing in there.
Would it fit though?
You shove the torso in, and it looks like a rag doll just became a pincushion.
God.
And as the rest of you from the outside are looking at this, you are seeing this maw full of teeth seems to continue crunching onto whatever's being fed into it. I need Volus and Zoram and Niram to go ahead and make me a perception check.
Uh-oh. What
Oh,
have
boy.
I done? What have I done?
Wait, are we feeding it? Are we
What do we
feeding
roll
it?
again?
Perception.
Perception check,
Oh my
please.
gosh.
I got a 19.
I'm surprised it's not a constitution.
That's a 16.
16.
Oh no, you suck.
Alright.
Sorry, I'm
Zoram,
just trying to see.
Niram.
I'm trying to see what my perception is.
I feel like Ryoka just looks like she's trying to overload the washer right now.
Okay,
That's
so that's a
literally
plus
what we're
5.
trying
So
to
Yes,
do.
you're trying to
you
overload the
are-
washer with dead
Ryoka.
hamsters.
Ryoka, you and Rowan are completely covered in this kind of viscera of gooey black and red blood, and it smells like rotting eggs and sulfur.
Oh shit, I smell like Ryoka now.
so
Hey, I
it's,
smelled better than you before.
so that's
Well, now
that's
it's-
24.
So all three of you start noticing the kind of viscera that's been left in this maw seems to be getting sucked into the black hole.
Oh, and
Very,
that's-
very slowly.
That's not a good thing.
Uh-oh. Why is it
Ryoka,
draining?
I think it's time to stop.
Why?
Stop what?
Stop
What?
feeding.
Wait, it's feeding? That means it's working!
That means it's
That means
doing what
we're-
it's supposed to be doing.
Well, we're trying to figure out what it is.
Well,
so I
any
guess we
structure-
technically the best way to figure it out.
I'd like to point out a few things here.
Go ahead.
The first thing is we encountered a bone of a leviathan, which is probably still alive.
I mean,
And
if it's
we've
bonus out there-
encountered this mechanism here, which also is potentially feeding it.
Alright, Lord, hear me out. If its bone is out there, it's likely not alive. If I found your bone somewhere, I would assume you're dead.
Unless
You'd
you
be
chopped
sup-
off his arm.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Not that you would know of it, but teeth are also made of the same thing as bone.
Yeah, I know.
I'm saying not that your
I
character
may not
might
be
be aware of
smart. Period.
You know that bone teeth are the only bones that you can ever clean, right?
it. Yes.
Wait, what do you
I
mean?
mean, unless you strip the flesh off the bone and then you could clean the
Let's
bone.
not think about that.
Someone get me a bath of that.
But
But if we're feeding it,
It's-
we're technically figuring out what it does.
it's best not to do that.
Does
In
anyone
Well,
what?
we came all
something
this
very
way, we
large
might
and
as well
hard?
figure it out.
No, you don't understand. That item that's probably back there is what's feeding it.
Hey, in what world is feeding an inanimate like altar anything good?
I don't know.
I'm
Wait,
gonna
what if we
take-
feed... Ryoka, what if we feed the bone into this?
Give it over.
Hey, enough with this. You doing your chuckle fuck stuff is going to get us all killed.
I mean,
As
it
this,
hasn't yet.
as this conversation has been going on, you guys look back. The altar is clean,
Nice.
or this thing, what you guys have decided to name an altar is clean.
We need a new name for it.
Mr. Alter.
No.
This
That's
looks like a
overdone.
maw, correct?
Yes, looks like a mouth.
Ryoka's gonna
Can-
take one of her regular darts.
Okay.
And as hard as she can, she's gonna throw it. So
Make me
it
an
goes
attack.
fast, like hopefully faster than the blaze.
Make an attack.
Oh, alright. That is going to be a 26.
All right, you pull the dart out, and you watch as it slides through it doesn't actually seem to activate any of the strings. It passes through, and as it hits the center of the maw, you watch it just disappear. The darkness envelops it, and it is gone.
I'm sad now.
Hey, Valis, can you try throwing another one of your fireballs in there? Firebolts.
You can't. It's simply just not going.
Let
to
me
work.
just put this in your perspective. Those strings are essentially either fireproof or they have some type of anti-magic. And right now, I do not have the energy to try to even comprehend to figure out if I could even dispel such thing. So,
All right, more bodies
no
it is.
fireball. Why don't we
Guys,
just get the
stop.
hell out of here and blow this place up?
Well, that was
You
my
said
first.
you had no bombs.
Oh, I said I couldn't dispel. I never said anything about explosions.
The
You can
issue.
blow up the maw.
So the thing is with this, whatever this is,
It's a big maw, therefore it's the grand maw.
I'm about to throw you into there.
Sometimes I wish you could punch people through the internet. Like, genuinely.
Can't.
As this is going on, you all start feeling a gentle rumble beneath you.
Okay, yeah, now it's time to leave.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's time to leave.
Yeah.
I mean,
Now
it
that
wasn't
you've
rumbling
awoken
before.
it,
Yeah, it wasn't rumbling before, so yeah, maybe we should go.
now that you've awoken it,
We
But
haven't
you see,
awoken
the
anything.
difference between before and now is that before the ground didn't shake.
You look over at the deemed altar, as you speak of it, and you start seeing there are cracks starting to show out.
Maybe I did something. I threw the dart in there. It's angry.
Maybe you broke it.
We should go.
Perhaps.
You guys
pressed
start
the button.
seeing, as the cracks start getting bigger and wider, water starts pouring in.
Zorn.
Okay,
running.
yep, fuck this. Rowan would just like start sprinting out of the room as quick as possible.
As the wall continues cracking and spidering its way across the wall, you all just see Rowan just runs out. The rest of you just
Ryoko's
stand
gonna
there.
chase after him.
Zorn.
Right,
I
okay,
said
you
Zorn is
follow.
running.
So as if pulling a strand from a sweater, you all just start unraveling. As you run through, who will be the last one out?
I suppose Narum will be the last one.
Niram, as you turn around and looking at this just as the wall is about to burst open, you see as the stone gives way and you shatters outward with a burst of water. However, through the single portion of the maw that you had seen that is blackened and everything else, you see a singular, small, black sphere. And that is the last thing you see before the room is full of water, and you just take off.
Yep. Time to run.
We enjoy pissing off eldritch beings.
What is that? 3%
We?
now?
Who's we?
Ryoka and Rowan. That is 2 people. That can be a
Niram, go
we.
ahead and make me an intelligence check. I'll say... Yeah,
Well,
you've
you-
probably heard stories about this. Make me an intelligence check.
You chose the right person for this.
I know.
Dang, that's a
But you were the
14.
last one.
16
You were
minus
the
2.
last one to
No, it's 15. 16 minus 1.
You've heard stories of something like this. A small sphere that whatever came into contact with it seemed to have been annihilated.
Oh no.
Something that just seems to evaporate whatever it seemed to come into contact with.
I would like to demonstrate the inner thoughts of Narum in this second. Nope, 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 nope.
As you are all running, Ryoka, you were one of the fastest in the group. You suddenly see Niram just dashes past you. Just
Nope, 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 nope. Get away, nope.
Ryoka goes to speed up. She sees this as a race now.
Narum's moving
You see-
quick.
Rowan
I
would like
swear, if Ryoka isn't like completely wasted, I don't know how to explain anything her behavior other than insanity.
She may be a little bit on the kooky end. But she's also like pretty buzzed half the time, so
Rowan refusing.
This
Rowan
is buzzed.
yes.
Rowan refusing to be outdone by Ryoka will cast Long Strider on himself. and
That would
sprint
make you
this
catch
way.
up to Narum. Because Narum has 40 feet of movement.
I also have 40 feet of movement.
So we're all at the top. Like, we're just all sprinting next to each other.
We're all like trying to shove each other like this is a fucking race. This is a game for Ryoka,
The
honestly.
difference is Ryoka just sees this as a game. Fucking Rowan is just like prideful and bashful and tries to like keep up. Narum is just pure terror.
This point,
He is
this
just
point,
he is
it's
just
the
in
pe-
pure fucking agony of the thought of
the
what he just
people
saw.
Rowan has the most
So-
beef with is both Narum and Ryoka. So he's not
as-
gonna let this chance go.
As we're running, Zoram is going to yell to the people up front, grab the door so that way we can at least slow the water down.
Pride gives a thumbs up and would do just that. Not locking them in yet, but
a
you know.
key point. I'm gonna spend a key point and use Step of the Wind.
You're doing that just to get first. Really?
Distance is doubled for the turn. I have 80 movement.
This party is the epitome of
How petty can you be? At this point, Ryoka and Rowan are just as petty as possible.
I swear those two should have like negative intelligent modifiers.
My intelligence is
I mean, if
No.
Ryoka wasn't drinking all the time, she'd probably be a lot smarter, but...
But
My
there's this
intelligence
small
is
thing called
10.
alcoholism.
Alcoholism.
Because I have a 12 in intelligence.
Alcoholism. Anyways.
So, as you continue running forward, you get up to the steps, and the water is starting to slowly start pouring in. As it's starting to get to the farther reaches of this, you start seeing as it's starting to slowly get higher and higher. As the base end of the group, or the tail end, gets up the stairs, you look behind you, and the stairs are roughly like a sixth of the way full. And you continue running until you get to the door that seems to have been held together by this metal chain. You go over and reconnect it back into the wall, and hopefully that'll hold.
For a moment. Can I grab those bones, the rest of those bones, just kind of put them in my bag?
Yes, you may.
So I was going to do that. He's going to do a little bit of studying on that. And he's going to look to the group and be like, yeah, we should go.
Oh, really?
Hey, Grape, I have an out-of-character question. You said you've ran this campaign with other parties before, right?
Yep.
How did they react in this situation?
They didn't
Don't
get
like
into the
us.
crypt
Oh.
Oh.
because they didn't spend time fucking with the water. They went in and got caught by the two other figures.
We're
Ooh.
geniuses. We are geniuses.
No, Poppy. The only thing we are is lucky.
Lucky
Nah.
from pure stupidity.
Did they die? Like...
I'm not at liberty to give that information.
Oh my god, Hoopy, you're making my headphones pink right now.
You see, luck is a skill as well, okay?
Luck is not a skill.
Luck is a
Luck is a
talent.
skill.
Luck is just you are so stupid that the
No.
beings of the world just feel bad for you.
Luck is a skill.
Anyways,
Anyways, yeah, we should get back to it.
contract.
So, you remember that altar thing? There was something inside of it, and it did
Like-
not look good. Imagine like a tiny black ball, and everything that touched it just went, just poof, where it was.
She looks to Rowan and she's like, we must find a way to contain this power.
We need that.
Would
We
I
need that.
know
How do we
anything
get
about
that?
this?
I've heard of it before, but like this is the first time I've ever seen it.
Great.
Hmm.
Based off of what Narum is describing, would I have encountered anything in reference to that in my studies or no?
Go ahead and make me an intelligence check.
Intelligent. Okay, not bad. 16 plus 5, so
21.
I don't know why I'm struggling with math today.
All right. So, you know, in some small magical circles, these are very, very rare. The only thing you could think of that would make it this rare would be something like a, what's known, at least, as a sphere of annihilation.
Oh,
That does not sound good.
To put it into layman's terms, think of a miniature black hole.
That does
these
not
things don't get
sound
any bigger,
good.
do they?
Oh, don't jinx it.
You have no
Please.
idea.
Okay. Zoram is going to look at Narum, and he's going to say, "Oh," and he's going to proceed to, after grabbing the bone pieces, bolt.
Narum is just gonna follow because he trusts Zoram's judgment.
I'm just gonna roll. Okay, Rowan is gonna decide that, maybe they know what they're doing and run after them.
Like, Zoram isn't even waiting for anyone. He is bolting as fast as he can.
From what from what Rowan has seen, every time that anything happens, the party would spend a good 5 minutes debating over it. The first time he actually sees them just running, he's gonna take after them.
Yeah, so is Ryoka.
Yeah, Volas is just gonna leave as well.
This has just become Temple Run, but with water.
It's Temple Run without the monkeys.
Water
As
monkeys.
far as you are aware, there is no water chasing you at the moment.
Hello.
Hi.
Let's
Hello.
keep it that way.
I'm doing all right. I'm hungry though.
That's very nice to know, Clyde.
Not really.
Oh, jeez.
She forgot she wasn't muted.
Well, that
How are you
happens
doing?
to
I'm a
everyone.
bit hungry. So, well, thank you for sharing that. Oh.
Oh,
just like the rapid messing with the mic.
oh shit.
Don't.
Ah, shit, here we go again.
But as you guys eventually collecting all of what you need, you head back out, and you have the bone shards in tow. You have the connected or so and contained small orifices of these little urns that seem to have or withhold the ashes of something previous.
We have a lot of those.
Yes, you have about 6 of them. But as we go ahead and get you guys out of your little crypt, out of the temple, as you kind of have to squeeze through the small entrance that seems to give way into this temple. You step out, and once again you are on the small hillock that, as you look around, is still surrounded by water.
The water's the enemy.
I'm gonna be honest. Large masses of water are the last thing I want to see today.
Oh boy, wait till we get back to the city.
So what what
Don't
Nora
we? Aren't we
describing?
often on a ship?
Yeah, exactly. That's why.
So just to explain why I want to get out of there as fast as possible. What Niram just described was, as far as can conclude, is something called a sphere of annihilation.
That sounds pleasant.
That sounds.
It's not.
It sounds,
That sounds
totally
dire.
safe.
Let's not. Let's not. We were just messing with one. We could have died.
As he's saying this, I would like to refill my buckets with non-Newtonian water.
Actually, now that I think about it, this place wasn't covered in water beforehand, and there was water coming through. I'm really hoping that doesn't mean anything bad.
Let's just hope that the
Ryoka-
sphere of annihilation doesn't wander over into the plane of water.
Honestly,
Ryoka's
that would be
gonna
better.
Casually clean herself off in the water.
Oh yeah, Rowan would probably do the
Clear
same.
Blood, and then
Yeah, that's a good
get
point.
back with the party.
Yeah, for a
Maybe
second you
we
guys
should-
looked like you came out of a slasher movie.
Maybe
Vol
we
kind of
should-
looks to the group is just like, maybe this time we don't mess with odd off-dimensional leviathans and threats that could bring an entire elemental plane into our world.
No
I do.
promises.
Yeah.
I do want to take a look at this, these bone pieces here for a bit. See about anything about them.
All right,
Okay.
Egghead. Maybe we can do that later.
Maybe we should just do our studies once we're in a tavern or something.
Well, yes, that's what my plan is. I'm just saying.
Maybe, okay,
I have
just saying, maybe not a tavern. Last time you did your studies on that rock, you kind of fucked up the entire city.
Oh yeah, we
So
kind of
maybe
fell off
not a
of a
tavern.
giant tower because of that.
Yeah, so let's do it in the middle of nowhere. I think that's the best choice.
I didn't do nothing.
I don't know who it was. I don't care who it was.
So, quick question for the DM.
Yes.
Would I how much do I know about a sphere of annihilation?
Not much. I mean, you've never personally run into them.
Never. I wouldn't know exactly what they are, but I know that they are a thing.
Yes.
You know,
I just know that they're dangerous.
sometimes I miss
Exceptional.
the days where I had to just get in like a drunkard, chuck him in a cell, lock it up, and that's the day. But no, now you have to run away from freaking spheres of annihilation doodads, and goddamn shadows are coming out of the walls to kill you.
They
God
grew up
damn it.
so fast.
I mean, let's be real. We've encountered worse than
You
shadow
sure?
beings. Pretty positive.
I mean, there was that giant thing that was destroying the city. Like the behemoth thing. I don't know what it
You also
was.
got that one drow chick that also somehow manages to cast anti-magic in just a wide field. That's pretty dangerous, granted a lot of us are casters.
Wait,
Actually,
what are you on about? I don't think
You
I
not
met that
remember
one.
me having to nearly fall about 100 feet because of some drow during that siege?
No,
Oh,
I
right,
just
wait,
remember
wait.
you flying away and then
Oh,
coming
right,
back.
because you kept going to the fucking bakery.
No,
What?
that was me.
No,
No.
that was you, Rowan?
Yeah, me and Clyde.
Never mind then.
Like literally,
Ah,
Nerem is just looking at you
Idiot.
like
Look at this dude. Look at this dude.
It's been a few days.
it's
Shut
been a
up.
bit. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Wasn't it like technically yesterday or something?
No.
No,
Well,
in game it was a couple days ago. Out of
In
game,
game, that was about a week and a half ago.
I have no time perception. Not even in
Clearly.
real life.
Time is an illusion, and the universe is a hologram. Bye, Gold. Bye.
Exactly.
You guys have been together as a party for roughly about 5 weeks.
That's way too much. I refuse.
What do you
Five
mean
weeks?
way
Way
too
too
much?
5
No.
weeks.
Hasn't died yet.
Honestly, I'm surprised by this that no one has died from, like, you know,
Or at least critically
Exactly.
injured.
from two particular people.
no.
I'm not specifically
We have
naming.
been critically injured and down several times already.
I was about to say our first encounter had a critical injury.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Oh,
talking
okay,
about
time to
this.
make another one, and then
Yeah,
Vols
the
just
My
cast that
ribs were
vulnerable.
broken. What
So-
do you mean?
So we're about, if I'm remembering
God.
correctly, we're about somewhere in this general area.
And this is why we need a psychiatrist. I mean, what?
We
Oh,
need
yeah, we
do.
canceling. Sounded
Alright,
like fireworks were going off.
I have a question. Where are we going again?
Well, now we should be going back to Port Ivy, shouldn't we, to report the situation?
No. Okay. Why did we leave Port Ivy in the first place?
To investigate this
Um,
cavern to check out what the fuck was going on. It had something to do with the ailment of Lord Brokenridge, but we haven't found anything that connects the two.
Are you sure this is the right spot?
I'm wondering if it has something to do with the people that used to be here.
You mean those coral people?
Yes.
You know what? I think that bone has something to do with it. Not sure, but just call it a hunch.
Mr. Bone. How could Mr. Bone have something to do with this?
Zoram is not letting them touch it.
Can I touch
Oh,
it?
wow. Okay, I see how this is, Zoram.
Wow. That one
Wow,
statement
rude.
immediately hatred, just
All right.
vitriol.
Someone hold him down. He's
Oh,
right now.
yo,
Take
no.
advantage of it. Take advantage of it. Get him. boys.
Anyways,
I will store a charge of fireball on one of these things if I have to.
maybe we should each of us keep a piece separated in the event where someone tries to come steal these.
Can I
this
can I
thing.
have a
That's
piece?
a great
I wanna-
idea.
Give me
Just
a
like
piece.
just make grabby hands.
I trust you and Rowan less than I could throw you if I could use a catapult spell on you.
Be okay. You can do that without a catapult spell, right?
Yeah.
Should we throw him?
And
Yes.
anyways,
My God.
anyways, getting back onto topic, and he kind of looks at Ryoka.
This
Oh,
is the
kind of
topic.
Why
annoying.
are you looking at me?
We
The bones
should.
would be
okay.
safest with me. I'm indestructible.
I mean, I think Nerem's axe has something
You
else to
have
say
no
about that.
idea
Stop bringing
how
that
happy
up.
you made me when you said that.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
famous last words before something hits.
Random bullshit, go!
That
Okay,
reminds
who
me.
pulled the fucking deck of many things cards?
Anyways, Zodum, we should, as I said, we should probably split amongst ourselves unless someone tries to actively hunt us for this bone. I mean, I don't think a bone of Leviathan just being missing is going to go unnoticed, even in an abandoned place like this.
Yeah, so give me a piece.
No.
Yeah, give me a piece
Why?
as well. Nah, come on.
Come on.
Because
Just
both
come
of you
on.
are probably going to
Come
do
on.
something stupid with it.
We
We're not
wouldn't
gonna do
do
anything
something
stupid with it.
We would protect
Well,
it with our
sorry,
lives.
Miss
I have-
Indestructible, but I don't trust
Hear
you.
me out. I have never in my life done something stupid.
Neither have I.
Have I?
Guys
Hold up,
literally
hold up.
shoved a
Time
You
out.
breathe, stupid. What do you mean?
Hold up. He goes up to Narim. You haven't done something stupid. Did you forget you cut off something from a certain someone in the beginning?
Wait,
Narim.
what?
What?
Wait,
I haven't
wasn't
been
that
saying a word.
kidding? No, not.
How is
I'm
it
trying to
that-
remember who. I'm trying to remember who said it.
It's so
No.
it's
No,
so
it was
fucking
Rowan.
funny.
It was Rowan.
Why is everybody throwing shade at each other and then he goes after the one person who isn't speaking? The one guy who isn't speaking.
so
He
confused.
turns
I look
over
away at
and
my
starts
screen.
arguing with him.
Like I have this mental
Okay, let's
image
just bring it
that,
back.
like,
I'm actually just excited.
I'm sorry, but like I just have this mental image that Narum is off, like leaning on a tree, and we're all here, and then like Volus just turns, sees Narum like by himself, and walks up towards him.
Oh my god.
Anyways, Zorm, just pick who you want to trust. If not, I can care less. So let's just get the hell out of this hellhole.
I would like
I
to.
can
The
distribute
moment
it later because I do actually have a reason for wanting to keep them together for the time being.
the bones.
Let's just hope we
spoke to
don't
him.
accidentally summon one.
The
Okay.
The bones have spoken to him. We can't trust him. Take him down.
Exactly. The bones spoke to him. He's trying to plot against us.
I think it spoke to me more because I tried to cast magic on it.
All right. Well, you don't get the
Rowan
bones
did-
either.
Yeah,
It's
you don't get
more-
the bones either.
It's more than
Can I just
something specific.
Can I just catapult there? Can I just catapult Ryoka?
Wait, about to say, can I catapult
Not
Narum because I was
No.
gonna
Not
cry.
exactly. Not exactly.
Catapult only works on things that are 5 pounds, I believe.
Yeah, Ryoka's like 100 and
Featherfall plus
80.
catapult. Don't worry.
Featherfall plus catapult.
Don't worry, she could throw you farther than any catapult spell.
That's making me think right now. You remember when we were talking about making Ryoka in a bullet? What if we combine a large reduce with catapult on Ryoka?
Oh no.
Wait, you said 5 pounds, right? I know something better.
But it raises how
Catapult
much
the dog.
you can have. It raises the weight based on the spell level. So if you raise it, each spell level higher gives you an additional 5 pounds. Anyways, going back on topic, yeah, there's just a specific reason why I'd like to keep them.
All right, then tell it. We don't keep
Uh,
secrets here.
Share
it's-
with the class.
Share with the
it's
class.
personal. It's personal.
Well,
Ah,
we share personal stuff all the time.
I don't.
Do you?
I don't
Do
care.
you
Tell
really?
us. I do very.
How about let's all
Like,
agree
I'd
to
beg a
disagree
tiefling
and
anytime.
get the fuck out of here.
We have to get out of here anyways.
why would you bang a tiefling?
They're hot.
Rowan just goes to like, what? How are they
What?
hot? How are
Okay,
they hot?
I understand the arguing and stuff, but why did you have to bring up your freaking smashing tieflings?
To be honest, like, your
Zorm's just
sexual
gonna start walking.
preferences can be whatever
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fuck
those
you
are
Zorm's gonna
want.
start making his way across the
No,
barrier area.
I'm not
At
letting
that
this
point,
go.
We
like-
were sharing secrets, weren't we?
Yeah.
Narum just turns around like, I mean, You can be as open about that topic as you want, but do you really think this is the right place?
I mean, if we're
He
sharing
won't share the
secrets,
bones.
if we're sharing secrets, I'm scared of
I'm not
thieves.
He's not sharing the bones, but apparently you're showing your boning experience.
Are we flexing bones here?
And meteors fall and everybody dies.
Thank you.
Zorm is walking. Zorm is walking across
You know,
the
I have
the
a feeling. Oh, sorry.
I'm
If-
just saying Zorm's crossing the barrier area.
Yeah, if meteors would actually fall, I think at this point Nerem would just embrace it.
Yeah,
Deflect
same.
missiles.
Release me from this mortal coil.
I think we all would accept it at this point.
Bo is leaving with Zorm. He's just out of here.
Ryoka's following them.
So is
Nerem's gonna
Rowan.
follow as well.
I think we both know at the moment the transaction happens, we're both gonna try to snatch the bones.
Ryoka gives Rowan a look. Like,
Rowan just
when you're
nods.
ready. When you're ready. We're gonna end up splitting the party.
Zorm's about to nuke you.
You do realize that the split is just gonna be Rowan and Ryoka on one side and everyone else on the other, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I can
but
exactly
that's
see what's
fine.
gonna
You
happen.
guys are all the
As
way
you
over
guys are standing around,
We're walking.
I understand, but as you guys have been walking / standing around, I've had to roll so many dice.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Just like how many
here.
things
What
have
happens when you
scared
just
us.
stay and do idle conversations?
As you guys start trudging through the water, the first one to notice it would be, believe the highest passive perception here, I believe, would be either Ryoka or Zorm.
My passive perception 17.
Jesus
I
Christ.
don't know what my passive is.
Ryoka, as you're looking through, you're looking down in the water and you don't see the fish anymore. They seem to have disappeared.
Huh.
You look around and it's as if they've been scared off.
I think we scared the fish.
I wonder what gave that away.
Well, they're gone. You see.
Yeah, mine is a 15.
As you start moving away, you look back down and you're like, what could have caused that? We don't bother them. We didn't bother them before. As you look down, you see maybe 30 or so feet down in the water a singular yellow eye, which turns into another and another.
I think we
And
should
another.
get going, like now. Go, go, go,
You see
go,
a
go.
large
Starts running.
bulbous head with the 8 elongated tentacles. And you watch as it seems to be getting closer to the barrier.
Yeah, she's running. She's dashing.
Hey,
You watch as it
Ryoka,
impacts into this barrier.
Ryoka, if you give me a piggyback ride, I'll make it faster.
As it impacts into the barrier, you all see something that is about from the longest tip of its tentacle up to the tip of its head. It's about 25 feet in length. You see something that looks to be a combination of leathery flesh and shards of coral and rock. As its skin is currently pressed against this barrier, trying to push through it. And seems intent on feeding, but it doesn't seem to be able to break through the barrier. Or does it? You can't tell.
Ryoka's running. She doesn't want to deal with that.
Ryoka,
As you
give me a
guys
piggyback ride, I
Start
will make it
splashing
faster.
much faster through the water, all of you moving at much slower paces due to the nature of moving through rough terrain.
Zorm is swearing in an Aquan.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to do something actually
What would you like to
before the session ends, I am going to twin cast fly on me and Zoram.
So, Zora, as you're currently running, you suddenly feel yourself lifting off the ground. And you fly off, and you actually reach the edge of the partial grassland that seems to still be somewhat receding ever so slowly. As you land there and you look around, the rest of the party doesn't see what you see. As it seems one tentacle seems to actually penetrate through. And you watch as it seems to curl out and above the water, just seeming to sense the air. And you see as more and more of it is fed through.
I have a question. How
Yes.
quick are you, Niram?
I have a movement speed of 40 feet.
Okay.
60 while flying.
I'm not
How
flying.
far away is
you
it
you
from
cast fly on you
About
cast fly on Zoram, not Naren.
About 70
Right
feet.
there.
60, 70 feet. It's just
Okay.
a lone tentacle, but you see more and more of it seems to be getting
Okay.
pulled through. It doesn't look like this creature has any sort of bone structure.
Rowan is gonna like.
Zorm
make
is
his way
just gonna
over
shout,
to-
run! Like
yeah,
at
Rowan
the, like,
is
in.
gonna run over to Clyde and Iris and cast Long Strider once again at second level and give them both 10 extra feet of movement speed as well before running off as quick as he can.
As you continue running, tail end of the party, that would be. Roll some dice. Yep. So, as you continue running, you're trying to get past this. One of you feels something wrap around the base of your foot. Clyde, I need you to make me a dex save. Clyde! I'm gonna need to roll for you if you don't speak up.
I'm here. What do I need to roll for?
Dexterity
Dex
save.
save.
Oh god, I forget what I have to roll for dexterity.
Dexterity.
No! No, I mean
think
I
they're
forgot
talking
my
about their mod.
plus.
Neuron activation.
Alright, hold on. Let me get out my only dice that I have. I went from like 48 down to 1 because I can't because I don't have access to my dice bag. Oh god, what the hell did I roll? I got an 18. So plus 2,
Just
that
minus,
is a
yeah.
20.
You feel something wrap around the coil of your boot, and you feel something suction cup to it, just and you just pull your foot from it, and you continue running as you look to see this tentacle seems to have wrapped around and is continuing to chase you.
So I
Could
would
I
like.
kick it? Like, kick it off? That...
So,
You managed to get it off of you. I mean, you're running.
I know, but I'm saying, like, was I able to kick it off, or did I just, like, pull my foot away? That is my question. What was the method in which I used to get it off? Because if I kicked it, it might have stunned it for a second, which means I could have more of a running chance.
This thing is huge. I don't think kicking a tentacle is gonna.
You managed to pull it out. You managed to pull your boot out of it.
Okay.
While they're running and Zoram is seeing this, Zoram would like to shout to Niram and just say, Niram, throw your javelin at me.
Narum takes a second to process it, but then goes,
And then
"Fuck
he's
it,
going to
why
prepare.
not?"
And then he's going to prepare catapult to launch the javelin back at the tentacle chasing them.
So yeah, you just see Narum take out the javelin and like throw it in the direction of Zoram.
So, Niram, you take it out, and pretty much in almost a slow time action movie sequence, you stop for a moment and think, and you step forward, you reel your hand back, grabbing onto the base of this javelin, and you start throwing it as it starts arcing towards, just as it reaches near the end of the curve. You see as Zoram reaches out and grabs onto it with some sort of spell, spins it around, carrying the momentum, and you watch as it sails back off. I need you to go ahead and make me your ranged attack, Zorb.
It is a dex save, actually.
Oh, a dex save. Technically, since it's obscured to you, it does have advantage, but yeah, roll the same thing. So that would be a 16.
That is a 16.
So it needed to beat a 16?
Yeah.
Alright. So as you watch as this javelin punctures into this kind of almost gelatin-like base of the water, and you watch as it holds there for a moment. You watch as the tentacle seems to wrap around it and then continue moving. It plucks this thing out. It seems as it coils around, it does give Clyde a little bit more breathing room. But it continues chasing until eventually it stops, reaching the end of its length, as it seems all 25 feet has been expended and Clyde just manages to get out of it.
Hey.
Hooray. We made it. We didn't become calamari food.
Yet.
I had to do like the mental like processing in my brain. I'm like, wait. Someone has a javelin. I need them to throw it to me. I don't have anything that I can use as a catapult weapon.
Alright, that was my
The
second to
issue
last
was
javelin.
you didn't pick up your stones. Big mistake.
Let me just remove that from my inventory. There we go.
That was some like just wait a minute.
Alright. So as you guys get out of the water, all of you are drenched from your waist down in this salty water. You guys drag each other out, and you see as the tentacle seems to be trying to stretch before it stops and pulls itself back. You watch as it slowly slides through the water and seems to disappear back beyond the barrier.
And stay down there. Oof.
Why? That's that dungeon
I wouldn't-
bullshit.
I wouldn't know what that was, would I?
Make me a nature check.
Oh, a nature check. What is my nature? Actually, it's pretty good. So what was that roll? That's a 26.
These creatures have long been known through the history of sailing as problems if you run into them. Normally, the smaller cousins of their kind are much more docile and feed upon fish and corpses that seem to sink to the bottom of the ocean. You have not seen one this close and personal, but it seemed to have been some sort of a... You know them as some sort of octopus, maybe? Is that what their name is? You don't know. But mainly sailor stories and such of creatures of the deep with 8 long tentacle-like appendages that just seem viral in their nature. Vile.
Yeah, that was almost a problem. Should we head back and report to Broken Ridge about this?
I thought that was the plan to begin with.
I say we do that, and then we get the fuck off this island.
It's a con.
continents are just big islands.
Change my mind.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong though?
That physically hurt to hear.
Yeah, am I wrong though?
I mean, he's technically right.
I hate
He's
it.
out of line, but he's right.
I hate that he's right.
What defines an island?
Oh my goodness, he's Googling it. I guess we're just gonna start heading towards Port Ivy then.
Is this just a big peninsula then? Is there more down here?
You don't know. As you all just kind of wait there at the edge of the water, just watching this tentacle start sliding back in. And look at each other, and we should probably head out.
Hey, I have a scary thought, just so everyone has a nice good night's sleep. Imagine if this water touched up with the ocean's water. Wouldn't that be fun or what?
Rowan, can you just shut up for a minute? Like, genuinely?
Can you not cause nightmare fuel for 5 minutes?
And let me just said this was, good
He
relaxing
has a
thought.
point.
Okay, don't start. Don't start
I-
validating his opinion.
Well,
Don't.
He
No.
has a point.
Shut- Shut
Why?
it!
Shot. Shot.
Why?
Please just...
They hate it. They
We
hate
want
it,
to
Rowan,
be able
because
to
it's so
sleep.
true.
I've had enough for the day.
I mean, I'll sleep just fine. How come you guys won't be able to?
Because unlike you, we don't rely on alcohol.
Yeah, we're sober.
Is that supposed to be an insult?
No.
No,
It's a
more
fact.
just a fact.
I swear to God.
And meteors fall again and kill everybody.
Please.
These two are in such sync. It's
Why?
hilarious.
And here I was beginning to think you liked my alcoholism.
These two.
Don't misunderstand. I have no issue with your personality. I have an issue with your
You
opinions.
feed my addiction.
I was going to say something, but for the sake of our sanity, I shall refrain from it.
Oh, trust me, I'm pretty
What
sure that you have
sanity?
no sanity.
What
You guys
sanity
start
we
heading
have
out.
left?
Who's gonna go ahead and make a perception check for their for heading the expedition back to Port Ivy?
I guess
will.
Zora. Okay, never mind.
You can both do it and make
I was
individual
going
checks.
to.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
guess
like we always walk
don't
in a
trust-
straight line.
I guess I will because I will help because I don't trust Ryoka with like anything anymore.
Dirty
Okay.
20.
That's 21.
Well, I got a nat 1, so I am completely
Oh, wait, no.
oblivious to anything in life.
Oh wait, no, that's not.
And all the better
21.
for it.
I'm proficient, so that's actually a. That's 23. Sorry, I can math.
I will
Clyde.
I'm just gonna drop this in the no mic channel.
But Clyde, as you are looking around, your eyes catch sight of a beautiful purple bird.
No. Okay. I
Why?
want the birdie.
And I now got to be right back.
Is the purple bird bad?
The rest of you do eventually kind of notice this.
But I got a 1.
Yeah, Zoram and Right, okay. Well, there's something off about that bird. Can't put a finger on it, but it's almost like a bird that shouldn't be here.
Is it the same?
Ryoka takes out her returning dart.
Is it
It's
the
too
same?
high for you to hit.
Does it, seem,
Ryoka looks at Zora.
does it look like it's the same type of bird that I saw when we were at the destroyed town?
Yes, it does.
I think we're being watched again.
How
Ryoka
far
looks
up
at
would it
Niram.
be?
Yeah.
How far up does it look to be?
130 feet.
You're not hitting it. I'm just saying you're not. Actually, hold on a minute.
Hold on.
How far
I'm
does
not
this
giving
shoot?
you my last javelin.
No, I'm trying to figure out how far something shoots.
Or how far you can throw Ryoka.
But then you will also fall the distance.
I
As if
also
Ryoka
have
cared.
Slowfall.
Just checking something.
Wait.
Technically, I could shoot at it with disadvantage with my light crossbow, but
I would say that Ryoka is our best shot. So what if Valis makes it fly?
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do
this
it.
is gonna take spell slots though. That's so expensive for a
Why are
bird.
you like
Made
this?
of
It's
the
just
bird.
we've had a bullshit idea. We have to immediately put it into action.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the general rule of thumb.
See- So this is most likely a familiar then, I'm thinking. So
I'm gonna be honest, no matter if they're watching us or not, I couldn't care less at this point. They have something interesting to say, they have something interesting to say, and if they don't, they might as well just shut up and fly over there. Couldn't give
yeah,
a damn anymore.
just keep in mind that we're being watched. So be careful on what you reveal. Ryoka.
What?
Yeah, Ryoka.
What?
I just had a creeping thought. You guys have any rations left? Cause I sure as fuck don't.
Hold the phone, let me check.
If you let me kill the bird, we'll have rations.
I don't think you can eat familiars because they disappear into nothingness.
We can try. If not, it's back to eating magic-killed birds again.
Last time we tried that, Zoram... Fuck! Naram burnt down the boat!
No, we did that in the abandoned town. We ate the birds there.
You hear a slight whimpering upon the burning boat being mentioned.
Let's just keep going. Keep an eye on.
You're just literally hammering home every trauma Naram has. From, oh, you cut off this person, like you cut open this person's torso, to you almost put a boat to the fight, you almost sank a boat, to freaking, you're responsible for all the faults in our world.
Naram has almost killed Ryoka like 3 times at this point.
Really? Isn't it
Has
true?
Ryoka killed everyone?
Not enough times.
No, that's starting
so,
to that's what Naram thinks about Rowan. He hasn't done it enough times to him yet.
So, yeah, just keep an eye out because if we're being watched, then if someone's going to try and sneak up on us, they're going to do it at night. And with that watching us, then that's going to be an issue.
Yep.
So just be vigilant.
Who knows? Maybe it's someone from you know who.
Yeah, but just be careful. Better safe than sorry.
Ro would lower his voice by quite a bit and just go, if we find shelter inside of somewhere, the bird would have to get lower, and then we could try and get it.
Yes.
You really want that bird, don't you?
I don't like people spying on me.
Every time someone spied on us with birds, the birds died.
I told you that the birds are evil.
The
Well,
birds work
we'll
for the
just keep an eye out for
bourgeoisie.
we'll keep an eye out for a shelter if we see anything.
Bourgeoisie. Oh my
The
god.
bourgeoisie.
All right. So,
I feel like after this, we're just gonna get fucking Alfred Hitchcock at some point.
Wouldn't surprise me.
all right, this the first day comes to an end as you guys travel for roughly about, let's say, 6 hours. The sun starts to set, and the sun seems to disappear beyond the horizon, and a billowing smoke of clouds that seem to arise with the night. As the moon starts slowly coming up, you look up and you see the clouds are still formed in the sky as if they were some sort of beachhead securing some sort of a lake in the sky. But it's growing somewhat. And you guys know it's going to take you roughly about another 3 or so days to get back to the Port Ivy. As you set up your small campsite and start getting yourselves sorted out, we will go ahead and end today's session there. We're starting to reach our 2-hour mark.
But great! I want to cause more chaos.
I know you do. But
Thank you for today's session.
we do
Thank you
still
very
we
much.
do still have to keep a time schedule here. Other than that, go ahead and start with those of you with the stream. Hello there. I know we haven't given you much attention as of late. However, that's due to the nature of D&D and the attention that it requires. I hope you are not discouraged nor feeling bad that we kind of had to put you guys on the side notion. Do know we still love and care about you. We do hope you enjoyed today's session as much as some of us did, with the idiosyncrasies and the small idiotic and moronic telltale signs that you can tell that this party is soon to get themselves killed in some sort of diabolical plan.
I can't wait.
But I'll go ahead and end it with if you guys did enjoy it, which I really hope you did. If you have any questions, go ahead and go to Behemoth. I believe he can send his Discord link out. You can go ahead and join that. He can answer any questions you want. If you have any comments or questions about what's going on, about anything about the Dungeons and Dragons, about anything about the party or so, please feel free to ask. In the chat, we'll go ahead and try and get that sorted out afterwards after the session's done. But if you did enjoy it, feel free to drop a follow, and perhaps we get to see you when we do this, which is every Saturday, roughly about 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 12 o'clock Pacific Standard, and 8 o'clock to 8:30 German Standard Time. But nonetheless, if you're feeling a bit dangerously, then perhaps you can assist us. And perhaps either maybe dropping a sub, or even gifting one. That would be really nice. But instead of begging you for them, I'll go ahead and hand it off to Behemoth and allow him to beg. So,
Damn it.
Behemoth, I'll go ahead and hand that to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Grape. So, yeah, you've heard Grape. In case you do have any questions, feel free to drop them here on Discord. I'll try to look through them and answer them to the best of my knowledge, which will be not that much. And regarding that subscription point, I would appreciate it, but do not feel obligated to do so. All right? It's your cash. You come first. But yeah, other than that, thank you very much for listening, for paying attention, for having fun, maybe cackling a bit during the more chaotic moments. And oh boy, I have the feeling that every time we do one of these sessions, it just evolves more and more into utter chaos. But hey, that's the fun of it, isn't it? But yeah, I'd like to thank you again for watching. I'd like to thank you again for anyone who, for some godforsaken reason, decides to monetarily support this bullshit. Though I do have to say that Grape is really giving it his all. So kudos to him. But yeah, Jesus Christ. Stay tuned for next week. It's probably going to be as stupid as this one, if not even more stupid. Cheers and have fun.